This is Turquoise from Pax Stereo TV. So in the studio we have Dawn B. Welch. Let me get it straight. Singer, director, writer, actor, producer, and author.
You forgot Playwright. I figured I'd help you along.
Is there anything else?
No, we couldn't talk about it here.
Okay, so you're originally from Philadelphia. How long you been in LA for?
This is the 10th year.
10th year?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to start with singer. I saw that you started singing at 15.
Yeah, 15 years old, doing nightclubs. Actually, my parents would have to actually go into clubs with me because they were selling alcohol, and you couldn't have anybody under the age of 21. Okay. So oftentimes when I would play nightclubs in the Atlantic City, Philadelphia area, New Jersey, New York, they would have to be in the audience because they wouldn't allow me to perform.
Wow. Okay. So what type of music do you sing?
R&B. It was actually, I was really like a ballad singer. You know, I was doing like a lot of the love songs, and what was interesting is during that period singing songs I knew nothing about. And having a lot of people I can remember being in that one particular restaurant called Torello's Restaurant, an Italian restaurant in Philadelphia. And I was there every Thursday night. And it was basically all of a white audience. And I mean, I was watching these people actually crying, you know, when I was singing. I didn't know whether they were crying because I was bad, or crying because they were hungry, or crying because it was just really, really good. But then they start tossing money, you know, I was thinking, wow, I'm doing something. Okay. You know, it was a good experience for me to start that way though.
All right, so you can give me a demo?
Yeah, I can give you a demo.
All right, let's hear it.
Yeah, it's $14.95. Every song that you want to hear is going to be on that CD.
I'll let the studio cover it.
Okay.
All right, they'll send you the check.
Okay.
So we're going to go to actor. So when did you start that?
Well, you know, basically, even back then, doing a little acting thing in Philly and starting out in school. But if you want to talk about the professional part of it, it wasn't until really, when I say professional, I mean getting paid for an actor. Right. It didn't happen until 90, well, stage plays happened before then, but as far as television and film, the late 90s when I got an offer to come out and do a co-star role on The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Okay.
And then writer? So you have 2 books that are...
2 novels out, one called The Bachelorette Party, and the other one called In My Sister's House, and I'm writing my 3rd one now called Running in Heels.
When's the 3rd one due?
When I finish writing it.
So the other 2 could be found on Amazon.com.
Amazon.com, Borders, Barnes & Noble. Okay. Yeah, and you know, and they're doing very well. I'm very, very blessed to have that type of deal.
Okay. And then one of the books became a play, right?
The Bachelorette Party was actually a play first.
Okay.
And then I got the book deal from Random House Publishers to do the book.
All right.
So the book came, and then after the book, Will Smith bought the film rights. So it was like boom, 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 like that.
All right. So when's the film?
Who knows? They just keep on paying me every time they want to up it. So, you know, re-up, because you have like 18 months. Right. And then what happens is until a studio decides to do it, a company, then they either have to give it back to you or they release it, or they say, okay, we still want to keep it. Okay. So I don't think that Overbrook's going to do it. I think more than anything, Will's going to be still involved with it. Right. And as long as we get it done, I'll be happy about that.
And then Running in Heels, what's that about?
It's actually about an entertainment reporter, a female entertainment reporter who is always running for something, running late for this, running, and she does sort of like what you're doing here, but she gets caught up in a murder, and she becomes the target. Okay. So she's actually running from even the killer stories. It just gets real kind of deep. I'm still in the beginning part of it, you know, because I know the ending, but I'm still writing it along with all the plays and things that we got going.
So how long does it usually take you to write a book?
Well, they give you like 6 months to do it. Oh, wow. It depends on. I wrote the first one. We were on tour with 2 plays. I wrote The Bachelorette Party in between the play The Divorce and The Bachelorette Party in hotels. So it took me like 6 months. In My Sister's House, I didn't do anything for 4 months but write the book. So I was able to finish. And it's actually, for me, a better book than the first book.
All right. So we have singer, actor, writer, director.
Directing everything that I've basically written in, you know, of all the stage plays. In my first film, finished doing that, which will be out in July 2011, called The Bachelor Party.
The Bachelor Party.
Based on the play The Bachelor Party.
Right. Okay. So that's coming out. So you're directing that, or you just started directing it, or is it done?
It's already done. It's in the can.
All right, sounds good. And then, then you directed all the plays. Yes. So I have that you wrote over 18 productions.
We're number 19 right now.
All right. How many do you plan on going to? Or is this what you're going to do for the rest of your life?
I don't. You know, it just hits me. You know, I love writing and directing, and whatever hits me is what I'm going to do, you know. And also, it's also the demand of it. People like what we're doing at Don B. Welch Productions. They like the kind of work that we put out.
Right.
A lot of stuff is not quality. We do quality.
This is true. So what inspires you? Like, you see something in the newspaper?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of times it's about, I'm a people watcher. You know, you watch people, you're able to get stories from them, and then also your own personal life, people in your life that you know. A lot of times you can take those little things that you put together, and as far as family or friends or whatever, and you just expound upon it and expand upon it and make a story out of it, and then you got to play.
Right. So is that how you, for your singing, are you going to be writing all your own music as well?
You know what's weird? I can write, but I don't really write my music. Like on the CD, it's like 9 original songs, all written from songwriters that I told them, here's what I'm going through in my life, here's what I went through, and they sat down and wrote it, and I said, okay, that's what I want. But I'm not really, I guess I could probably do it, but it has to hit you, and it has to hit me as a songwriter.
Okay. And then for your plays, how long does it usually take you to write?
Now now listen, I'm doing one now called The Women of Stonebridge Manor. They've been waiting for a whole year to get the script. You hear one of the actresses is here. They've been waiting, but I told them with the bachelorette party, those girls waited 1.5 years before they got the script. But then you saw what happened,
right?
Okay, let's take the time with that.
So we have producer. So anything, what have you been producing?
Well, everything that we put out, we're producing. We're actually going to be doing 2 new things that we've never done before. We're stepping out of Don Welch Productions. When I say that, I mean the written stuff and directed by Don Welch, and we actually are producing a film called 12 by 9, which is my co-producing partner Fred Thomas's. It's a prison film. We're going to he's actually starring in it, and we put it on as a play, and then we're going to film it as a movie, and then we're doing a piece called Lessons Learned, a coming-of-age story, a college story by a writer, Stephen Slates.
Oh, wow. Okay, so out of all those things, what's your favorite thing to do, or what? You
know what really is? I still love to sing more than anything, and and doing all the concerts and places that I've done. I've sang in front of 25 people in a little intimate club to 2,000 people at one time. So I think that getting back to that this year, doing some nightclubs in LA sometime this year, and getting back into doing that with the band, I love that more than anything. Okay, and so we have the play that's coming up next week. My Brother's Keeper, right? All right. So what's that about? Well, it's a story of 2 brothers, one on one side of I said we would say the good side of the tracks, the bad side, but when you see the story, you think it's about just these 2 brothers, but what you find out is that there's all these little sub stories happening along within it. So you're sitting there wondering, who do I watch? What do I watch? Because there's all these things going on, and it's funny, it's dramatic. It's when you have a really good cast, and if it's written well and directed well and it's acted well, you cannot help but put on an A1 operation, and I think that's what we're doing. So people got to come out and see it. Okay. So where is it? It's going to be at the Stage 52 Playhouse, which is at 5299 West Washington Boulevard, January 28th, 29th, and 30th. That's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. They can get tickets from Inglewood Tickets, 310-671-6400, or you can meet me out there by the car. You coming? I'm thinking about it. And then, like you said before, it's good. It's a good play. It's not about just those 2 brothers. No. Like it's somebody has never seen your play before. Why? What should be the thing? Well, one thing about Don B. Welch Productions and Donald Welch and what he does is he writes stories, and the characters and the stories you will know. No matter if we're doing a gospel musical or a comedy or family drama or something more adult themed. And when I say adult themed, I don't mean X-rated. I mean this play is more for mature audiences because of the language sometimes in the piece. But you will be able to identify with these people. Oh, I know someone like that, or that's someone that I'm like, and the story. It's very real. You will come away with, wow, I just saw a real slice of life there. Okay. And we already talked about some of your upcoming projects. What are, give me a list of it so people know what to look for. Well, we have The Women of Stonebridge Manor coming up. I'm bringing back The Divorce, which was with Vanessa Bell Calloway and Dawn Lewis and Tatiana Ali and Dorian Wilson. And I think we're going to bring a couple of new names in with that. We're going to bring that back. And looking forward to the 3rd book. And we're going to also bring back Love Buddies that piece. And so, we're just, I think that if you are in the scene, or you're on the scene here in LA, as far as urban theater or black theater, you will know that we're going to have something going at least every other month or so.
Oh, every other month.
Well,
all right. So you've been in LA for 10
I gotta do it. I like to eat. You gotta work.
You've been in LA for 10 years. You have all these projects going on this year. So, when everything's said and done, what do you want to have accomplished? Like, as far as projects, is there some ultimate goal that you have?
You know what? I think that the continuation of what I'm doing and finding new ways. It used to be the new word that everybody was talking about was, everybody used to say, I'm grinding. I'm on my grind, which I started hating because people when you asked them what were they grinding, they didn't know what they were on. So so then it started to be like, oh, I'm building my brand.
Right.
Now everybody's saying they're building their brand. Okay. Which when you ask them what does that mean, a lot of times they don't know what it means. To me, it means complete circle of everything that you want to do.
Yeah.
When people see Don B. Welch, I want them not only to be entertained, but know that it is a name of integrity and good entertainment, and that you know what you're getting when you hear it, and you want to be a part of it. You want to come see it, whether it's plays, whether it's television, whether it's film, whether it's singing, whatever it is, you want to be a part of it.
Yeah, because in, I believe it was November when Love Buddies came out, I had the opportunity to see that, and what I really liked about it is, like, you can relate to the characters, but it was also something that you it was an experience. So that's the great thing about, theaters, but just your production in particular, that you have that experience. You're rolling with the characters.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
that
it's
works.
real. It's real life. It really is real life. In my mind, these people are extremely real. So when I'm in the back of the theater and I sit down and watch every performance in the back, and I listen and watch the audience, and you can see them being intense or being fun, being a part of it, and you're like, okay, I got it.
Yeah.
It's working.
You're bringing out the emotion.
So
how hard is it to put together a production like that, or any play? So, for instance, My Brother's Keeper, how long did it take you to
Well, that was one of the most difficult plays ever, because it was like, at the time we did it the first time, it was 20 cast members, it was singing, it was dancing, it was all these little subplot stories, and I thought I was going to lose my mind because it was so much. This time around, it's a little easier because I'm working with some of the people, the half of the cast are returning, and I sort of got it. I know how to work this thing out, because when you watch it, you're thinking, wait, how are they doing all this with limited rehearsals? But if you get people who are professional actors and they're really on their game, it gets done. Okay.
So where can people find you?
I'm right here. They can find me if they look at PAX TV. Wherever else they go, I don't know, but you mean outside of
outside if they want to get tickets, if they want to see when your book comes out?
Well, right now, if you go to Amazon.com, you can get either one of the books.
Okay.
And if you want to see the play, you can go to Inglewood Tickets, and or go. I'm on Facebook. A lot of people get me up on Facebook, or our website, which is DonBWelchProductions.com.
Okay. So this is Turquoise for PAX Stereo TV, and we just had Don B. Welch. See you later.
Bye.
Listen, do your own math and learn from the stuff that you are missing. Create your own path with your own vision.